Have you ever felt like you are pouring your time and energy into workouts without seeing the desired progress? It's time to put an end to that frustration. In this video, we are going to discuss a question that often sparks debate among fitness enthusiasts. How many days a week should you really train? But before we move on, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. First, let's discuss what is volume. Volume refers to the amount of exercise performed over a period of time. Volume is often expressed as the number of repetitions completed in a resistance training bout. However, this value does not take into account the amount of load lifted. Thus, a more appropriate term to reflect the total work completed is volume load, which is the product of sets, repetition and load. Research provides compelling evidence that higher volume load are necessary to maximize anabolism. Frequency of training pertains to the number of exercises session performed in a given period of time, generally a week. Frequency also include the number of time a muscle group is worked over a course of week. Neuromuscular factors limit how much volume can be incorporated into a single training session. Beyond a certain threshold, the quality of training begins to degrade. Studies show superior neuromuscular adaptations, hormonal markers for recovery, strength improvement and gains in lean body mass in those performing volume-equated programs, with higher frequencies and less volume per session. Thus, distributing volume for muscle group over more frequent bouts can be an effective strategy for maintaining weekly volume with less fatigue per session. In one study, 10 competitive male bodybuilders randomly assigned to perform a split body routine, either 4 or 6 times a week. After 4 weeks, similar results were seen in both of the groups. One study evaluated body composition changes between training 1 and 3 days a week, on a volume-equated basis, in resistance-trained men. After 12 weeks, the 3-day-a-week group displayed markedly greater increases in fat-free mass than those training once weekly, suggesting that a greater training frequency enhances muscle development. A survey of competitive male bodybuilders revealed that more than 2/3 train each muscle group only once per week, and none reported working a muscle group twice weekly. There was one more approach. A popular strategy to increase volume by manipulating training frequency is to split up a workout routine by performing multiple sessions in one day, generally day and night. This strategy is called a double split routine. Although research on this topic is limited, this is a viable option if the person can fit such an approach into his daily schedule. Although novice lifters benefit from training muscle groups up to 4 days a week, those with more experience realize optimal gains with a weekly frequency of 2 or 3 days. General hypertrophy training guidelines recommended allowing at least 48 hours between resistance training bouts for same muscle group. You can periodize frequency over time, altering the number of times a muscle group is trained weekly. For example, you can alter from a cycle of 3 weekly sessions to 4 weekly sessions. Also, you can alter between split body routine and total body routine over time. In this way, the lifter can maximize hypertrophy while reducing the potential for overtraining. If you want to buy the best quality gym equipment, click on the link in the description.